I've only ever been in love once. It was with a girl I met when I was 18, but I was too young and naive to handle it properly. And I guess I still carry a torch for her, which makes me an incurable romantic or underdeveloped emotionally. I'm a loyal friend. I like girls with nice smiles. Nice smiles. Well, the psych profile says so. Yeah, like horoscopes in every world. I am going to decorate an apartment. Okay. Love you.
She has a nice smile. Why would you want that record if the original is the best? Great. You sound like an expert. Why'd you tell me the vegan cookies were stale? Okay, well, you can leave the colorful details out of your report.
Back over some stale vegan cookies. You know what? You're right. This is a good look on me. I don't know. Colorful detail.
Love you.
I love complicated men. So, what is on the menu? A talker. Well, I can look at both. So, what made you pick me? You like your girls a little gothic. Snow White evokes something a little dark. It is shorthand for asphyxiation or sleep fantasy. You know, I have a kinky side. Don't you? What do you do, Prince Charming? Short for work? You have serious eyes, but I see something a little wild inside. Oh, no one is listening. Tell me. Really? Well, how do I know you are telling the truth? Men are always honest with sex workers, even in real life. They save their lives for the people that matter, their wives, their bosses. You are married. You know, there are other things we can talk about that you wouldn't say to your wife. Your session is almost over and we haven't even fooled around yet. You like to fool around? Okay, you are the boss. Will you come back some other time? I like you. Goodbye, my prince.
To my honey, I'll croon love's tune. Honeymoon keeps it shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. Funny. I only sing when I'm in the dark or in the bath. All right. Maybe.
Prince Charming? Yeah, I told you I don't need a code name. Aren't you supposed to be likable? All right, let's just have you run through your legends so I can tick this box and we can proceed. Blondes or brunettes? You leg man, tit man, ass man? Good. Well, you sound just like the kind of reformed character with a heart of gold to wake up your Snow White. They're never wrong. Okay. Less cynical. You're here to save the planet. All right, review the files from Cyber. Natives are restless. They've been accessing pipeline maps. You got 8 months till the next convergence. Just follow the protocol and stick to the plan. You're going to be the knife that stabs Greenstorm in the heart.
Prince Charming really is a Boy Scout. I'm pleased to meet you, David. Excuse me? Oh, yes, I was an astronaut. In France, there are not many rockets, so I started coming instead. You asked too many questions, David. Most guys, they pop on, pop off. Okay, 50. Okay. I was a ballet teacher. When I was a girl, I was a part of the Paris Opera Ballet. I was a sugar plum in Nutcracker and Lilac Fairy in Sleeping Beauty. I was a good dancer, not good enough. I knew it would not be my vocation, so I tried to become a teacher. Tip me again, and I tell you about the time the Bolshoi Ballet visit. And I finger banged the prima ballerina, playing Giselle just to get inside her head, like you had tried to get in mine. Oh, wait.
Prince Charming met the dwarves, Doc, Sleepy, and Dopey, and we're all gonna get a drink when they're back here in A Squared. Oh yeah, they do not like prospering. Hey, so is that where we're getting our intel? From prospering? Black Kite? Well, you just make sure they stay out of the way of the professionals, okay? Thorough. That's good.
The bear is transformed into a handsome prince. And the prince explains that the old man cast a spell on him a year ago after stealing his treasure, and with the dwarf dead, the spell was broken, and soon after, Snow White marries the prince, and Rose Red marries his brother, and everyone lives happily ever after. I was watching her sleep. You okay? Yeah, Steven. Yeah. Fuck, Emma. Yeah, well, I haven't been sleeping with anybody. Yeah, no, I am a special agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, okay? No, just stop it, Emma. Stop it. I protect people. I protect people. And soon after, Snow White marries the prince, and Rose Red marries his brother, and everyone lives happily ever after. I was watching her sleep. I protect people.
You don't know Emma like I do. She's not as tough as she thinks she is. You are such a good husband. You need to be here. Your daughter needs to feel like a part of a family.
Okay, Mama, could you go check on Alba in the bathroom, please?
Sure. Bye, David.
God. No, you're not. And she's right. That's what's so infuriating. I got this. It's fine. You go catch some bad guys.
You got nothing to feel guilty about, Emma. Jesus. Yeah, and I don't think you're picking up on how bad it's gotten. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't have left them alone. You want to keep fighting? Love you.
Here says Max. That was my first boyfriend. The criminal, he did the tattoo himself. It hurt a lot. He did not need his name on me. You do not trust me. Are you going to be one of my regulars? No. You just turn up, tip big. Bye. And that was when I met Max. I was attracted to him. He had thick wrists, strong hands, with scars he said he got from knife fights. There was a cop trying to blackmail him. Max suggested I proposition the officer, so I did. I took him to a room and let him have me. He used his necktie to tie my hands. He smelled of cigarettes and cheap aftershave. And he fucked me like he was hungry for it. Max was hidden with the camera. He waited till the cop was finished, and then he jumped out. He threatened to show the video to my father, and the cop stopped making trouble. And as a thank you, he let me keep the necktie. I've never told this story to anyone before. You better drink. You look thirsty.
You know, I mean, Alba loves having me there, honey. Well, you know, she's there to help. She's an extra pair of hands. Hey, Laura. Mm. Yeah, I heard you came to help my two girls, so I really appreciate that, Laura. Yeah, well, okay, we both have important jobs, Laura. That's our life now, okay? Sorry. Hey, we can make this work.
I wanted Alba to be one of the more modern heroines, but Mama bought the costume. So.
I love it.
And she loves it.
Oh, doesn't she look so pretty? Oh, Halloween is so important to children, and I wanted her to feel special.
It's fine, Mama. Hey, why don't you go play in your room, sweetheart? Alba is fine. Look, Mama, this is a family. David is here, and he's working.
He's always working. Walks in the door, and he expects me to have my best face on.
Mama.
You're never going to keep a man like you're keeping so opinionated. I'll run the bath.
Okay. You have to be here for Thanksgiving and the recital, okay? I sent you the date. The Bureau was very insistent that we were a strong family unit. You'd think they'd want to make some effort to keep things that way. We should frame that report with our diplomas. We're both great at taking tests. I gotta go. Alba's so happy to have her Mima here, and I guess if she really is sick, then it's better that she's here instead of on her own in Texas, you know? Screw you. You don't get to be jealous.
I am David. Okay. Hmm. Totally. What are you gonna do? Okay. Alright. Okay. Hey, honey. Oh, look. Oh, that tooth is gonna fall out any day now. How you doing? That's what we thought. Oh, really? Well, I mean, it was just a nightmare. That's all. Nothing to be scared about. All right? Are you brave? Yeah, I'm right here.
I lured you to my castle, and now I'm going to have my way with you. Alex, are you sorry that you tried to mount an aggressive takeover of my business? Just terrible things. I'm gonna use you for my pleasure, and you only come when I say so. Now, take off your shirt. Very nice. Now your pants. Oh, slowly, slowly. Oh. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Come here. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Hey, we're gonna have to take a rain check.
Is that Daddy?
Yeah.
Dad!
Oh, hi. What do you say? You want me to put you to bed?
What? Can I sleep in bed with you?
Yeah, okay. All right, come on, sweetheart. Under these covers. All right, I'm just gonna go put my PJs on. Here we go. There you
I had a nightmare about the tooth fairy. She was big and looked like Mima's cat, the bitey one.
Here I come. All right, say goodnight to Daddy.
Daddy can sleep with us, can't he?
All right. Close your eyes. There you go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
The princess runs back to the castle because she heard his name. And that evening, the imp arrives, right? And he's kind of gloating, and he asks her his name. And the princess kind of looks sad, she's kind of pretending to be sad, and she gnashes her teeth a little bit. But then she looks him in the eye and she says, "Your name's Rumpelstiltskin." And the imp, his eyes bulge, and he looks like he's gonna burst.
burst and his head goes, red. He shakes it like he's gonna explode, and all of a sudden it's... Oh, do you think he should?
Okay, well, then Rumpelstiltskin ran away and he never came back. And the princess became queen, and her daughter grew up to be a wonderful queen in her own right, and everyone lived happily ever after. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he was lonely. It's just a story. You do? I guess. Now that you mention it, most of the people in the story were bad. You would? Okay. Well, honey, I have to go out, I'm afraid, so. But yeah, you got your glowworm, right? Oh, I love that name. That's a great name. All right, come here. Give me a kiss, real quick. Mwah. Love you, kid. Night, night. And the king takes her to his castle and he locks her into one of his towers. And there in the tower room is a spinning wheel with a large pile of straw. And he says he'll return in the morning to see if she can actually spin this straw into gold. Well, Emma, she spends all night trying to think of some excuse or, clever way to get out of this situation. But as dawn approaches, nothing. She really starts to worry. And that is when a strange man appears. And he asks her if she has a wish. And she says, I wish to turn this straw into gold. And he says, I can do that, but you must give me your necklace. Well, the girl quickly takes off her necklace, and the imp sits at the spinning wheel, and he starts to spin and spin, and he spins all of the straw into a large pile of golden thread. And then there's a knock at the door, and the imp disappears, and the king comes in, and he sees the small pile of gold, and he's amazed, but he's a little suspicious. So he moves the girl to a second tower, and this time there's a much larger pile of straw. Okay, and it's the same challenge. You spin that straw into gold, marry the prince. If not, you're kicked out of the kingdom. And yet again, just by morning, the girl, she waits, and again, there's nothing. She can't do it. But right then, that imp appears again, and this time he asks for her ring. And so she gives him her ring, he sits down, he spins that much larger pile of straw into gold, and boom, disappears right at dawn, right before the king walks in, and he sees this larger pile of gold, and he's almost convinced. But for a final time, the king moves that girl to a third tower where there is a huge pile of straw. And he locks the door again. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But this time, the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry to give him. What can she do? Well, the imp, he smiles, and he tells her that if she will give him her firstborn child, then he will spin the straw into gold. Well, Emma, she has no option but to say yes. So the imp, he sits at the spinning wheel and he spins that huge pile of straw into golden thread. And he disappears right before dawn, and the king walks in and he opens the door, and the king is amazed. He says, I thought you were lying, but you are for real. And the very next day, the girl is married to the prince. And on her wedding day, she smiles wider than she's ever smiled before. And her hair shines like gold itself. And a year later, Princess Emma gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. And later that week, she's putting that little baby into a cot when suddenly that little man appears again, that imp, and he says, I have come for what is mine.
the baby. And the princess, she begs and begs and please, no, don't take my baby. I'll give you anything. She offers him all the riches in the kingdom. She offers him everything, but he refuses. So she gets on her knees and she pleads, please, please, I'll give you anything. And she says, okay, if you can guess my name, I will not take your baby. But if you cannot, the baby is mine. I will give you 3 guesses. And then he disappears. And the princess, she's terrified. So she calls in all of her staff and all the spies and the soldiers or anyone who has a horse to go and scour the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. And the next day, the first spy returns and he tells her, oh, okay, sure. Okay, Daniel. So the imp appears and he asks if she has a guess. And she says, Daniel? But the imp laughs, wrong, 2 more guesses, and he disappears. And the very next day, another spy returns. But this time he says that he's heard villagers talking about a strange man who lives in the mountains. Now, No, honey, that would end the story too soon. A little too soon. Ah, okay, all right. Well, okay, in that case, the spy returns and says Rumpelstiltskin is this strange man's name, and the princess waits in her room, and at midnight the imp arrives, and he says, now your second guess, and he cackles, he's gonna rub in his hands, and the princess smiles and looks him in the eye, and she says, Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp is amazed. I mean, he's so surprised that he faints, like, right in front of her, and Emma has him arrested and thrown in the deepest, darkest dungeon, and she lives happily ever after, and the end. Okay. Good night, I love you.